Hey y'all, it's me Sherelle here with LoveLee Notary. I decided to post this video on my YouTube for you guys so that you could hear some of these gems we dropped. We're just helping you diversify your stamps, so make sure you tune in.
So thank you all for joining us this evening for a live. Well, it's not really a presentation, but I brought on some lovely ladies to answer some questions because majority of us here are notaries, and we want to know about other things that we can do to leverage our commission, our like additional side hustles. So we will be answering questions on how to start these services that we actually do, which are part of our side hustles. And I'm here tonight to open. We are opening up for Q&A, so you'll be able to ask questions that you've had or been wanting to know, get a few gems and things like that this evening. So I will be introducing four lovely ladies. We're still waiting on Toya. I don't see her as of yet. But I'm Shanika the Notary. I myself train and coach in fingerprinting. I also am a reseller of the fingerprint box, the live scan box, and I train in manual and live scan fingerprinting. I also have She Boss, and she here tonight will be discussing and going over loan signings. And then I have the lovely Soli, Officiant. We'll be going over and discussing that. I have Kels, and she is process server, and she will be discussing or answering any questions in regards to that. I have Sherelle, and she will be discussing affiliate marketing.
Hey.
Affiliate marketing and how to grow your YouTube, things, because she's YouTube famous anyway. So, and then we have Toya. She hasn't joined as of yet, but Toya will be going over and discussing or answering questions in regards to mobile lab and DOT testing. So,
here,
ladies, I'll be here for you. We will be introducing ourselves, and then we'll be opening up for Q&A so that you can ask the questions that you have and wanted to know about any one of the services that we're discussing tonight. So tonight I'm introducing. Go ahead, She Boss. The floor is yours.
Okay. Hold on, there's a couple of you might have to mute everyone else. It's meant to be. Let's see if I can do something.
Are you able to do that on your end?
I was.
No.
I don't know. I don't know how to work this, girl. I thought I could figure something out. It's all right. I'm just gonna jump in. Hello. Right. My name is Griselle. I am She Boss Mobile on all social media platforms. So follow me on Instagram, She Boss Mobile, YouTube. You can also follow me on TikTok. Don't judge it though. I'm starting off. It's kind of, I'm still new to this. I am a loan signing agent. I am full-time. I've been full-time about 9 months now. Yeah, so I started as just a regular notary, and then sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here. Hold on. Is there a way to mute everyone? I'm pretty sure there is.
Or please make sure to mute yourself, or just
the
check.
whole staff can meet you. The whole staff can meet you. Who's the host?
I'm looking for that option.
Okay, I think. All right, I think we're good. Because I see participants, I see 79, and everyone looks muted.
Okay.
I'm sorry. All right. Okay. So let me start over again. I apologize. So my name is Griselle. I am She Boss Mobile. Whoever is HR, mute that person. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. So I want to give you guys a small introduction about me. So I'm a full-time loan signing agent. Loan signing agent is definitely my expertise. I love it. I started off as a notary part-time, and then I got introduced to loan signing. And from there, I just took off. I worked at a shipping center before this for 9 years. I'm not going to say the company's name, but I used to see notaries come in, running in, like all frantic and stressed out, just pretty much saying, you know, did I make the cutoff? Can I drop my package off? Did the truck leave? Where's the driver? And at first I was like, who is this person? Like, what do you guys do? Y'all always stressed out running in here. Like, what is going on? And one time there was this lady, she took out what I now know is a mobile scanner, and she's basically the self-service area. She took over it. She had her small printer, she had her scanner, and I'm like, we have computer rentals, we have printers, what are you doing? Like, she's like, well, this is a self-service area, so I can sit here, I am doing business, I'm going to ship my packages. And I'm like, okay, but I'm watching her like, what she's doing. And she's using a small mobile scanner. Again, I now know it's a mobile scanner. And I was just curious. So I started making conversation with her.
4:30.
She started showing me notifications that she would get on her phone, right?
What?
I think what draws many of us into this field
Don't be
is
disappointed if you're not,
money.
though, okay?
And when someone says, oh, you can make six
That's me on the
figures,
phone.
or when someone says, you know, you can make all types of money, you start, you know, being curious and asking more questions. Yes, if everyone can mute their phone, please. So if your name pops up on the screen, that means that you're not muted, I believe. Okay. So me, obviously I'm working a 9 to 5. I'm struggling being a single mom. I'm trying to figure out life, right? This is all I know. I've been in this company for over 9 years. So when I start seeing these females come in with their kids half the time too, shipping documents off, and I start being nosy, asking them, what are you doing? What do you do? And they start showing me notifications and the amount of money they're making, right? That's it. I was like, okay, so I can be my own boss. I can go ahead and accept whatever I want to accept. Basically, I could do early appointments, late appointments. Oh, it sounds easy. I just got to print documents and point and sign. Okay, I could do that. So I thought it was easy. I thought it was simple as 1, 2, 3. So I jumped on in. I went on the NNA website, became a notary. Then I found out, no, I wasn't able to do loan signing. I had to be a loan signing agent. I had to be certified, get the training, because that's what they want you, right? They want you to be certified and get more training. So I had to go back on the website, get certified, background check, all that good stuff. And then I was able to jump in this field, but not really jump. So I basically jumped in a river, but I had to learn how to swim real quick. So a year later, I'm here, booked and busy, and I love what I do, and I love all the lessons I've learned. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Comfortable Closings. It's a signing service. Last month, I won Notary of the Month. So I love what I do. I love answering questions. I love giving advice, showing my journey. So if you follow me on social media, you can see my whole journey and the lessons I've learned throughout the day. Yeah, so I'm here now. And I'm happy I made it on time because I was an hour and a half away.
Thank you. That I mean, and that's pretty much how a lot of us, started. We saw, I was always when I was doing loan signings. I'm in Georgia now, which is an attorney state, so I'm not as busy with the loan signings as I used to be because I'm commissioned. I'm commissioned in Kansas, Missouri, and Georgia. But when I was in Kansas more and Missouri, I stayed busy. My favorites were Amrock and Notary Go. They kept me busy. Although, I got some assignments here and there from other agencies, but those were my two main um, signing services that kept me busy. Amrock, I love Amrock. So yeah, I kind of missed the loan signing, but you know. And then we have Sully. She does the wedding fishing. I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Suli Torres. I am with Luxury Signings 212 Weddings and Notary LLC. I am from New York, and yeah, New York in the house.
Yes.
Yes, New York.
So as we start with trying to become a notary. That's like what leads us to where we at now and everything that we do today. So I did start as a notary. Um, I don't know. I kind of got lost in the sauce in between trying to figure out, do I really still want this? Then I found out about Mark Wells and I took the loan signing course. And just due to the fact that I have a very busy home, like I have 3 kids, 2 dogs, a husband, I just have a lot of things going on. I just really couldn't just take every notification that came my way. So I felt like I was leaving a lot of money on the table. So then I started researching more and more, and then one thing led to another, and I became ordained as a minister to married couples in the state of New York and New Jersey. Um, so I actually didn't think that was something I can do. I am a very shy person. I hate public speaking. I'm terrified of just the fact that, I'm the center of attention. So I don't know how I fell in love with becoming a wedding officiant, and I'm okay with now public speaking and doing everything that I do. Wedding officiant is actually my main strength, my main income. That's where I put all my effort. Everything I do is through my entire income, basically, I could say, comes for wedding officiant. The income is great. I do not miss loan signings or notaries at all. I just really think that becoming a wedding officiant has been the best decision I've ever made. Even though when I became ordained, I had that certification there for months. And I was just kind of promoting myself all over the place. And I always like to point out how not to underestimate LinkedIn. Like I think we underestimate it fully. And my very first wedding came from LinkedIn. And it's been history since. Like it was amazing. Now, did I do great? No, I was a hot mess. But they trust you, everything went well. And then after that, I fell in love with, like I said, becoming everything that had to do with the wedding industry. And that's how I just kept on growing and researching more and gaining more knowledge in the business. And that
She's on mute.
Hello?
You're on mute.
I guess when
Hello?
you muted everyone, I guess everyone, you muted me as well. Okay. What was the last thing you heard? I'm sorry.
It was the best thing you ever did.
Okay. So yeah, so obviously that's where I felt like I really fit in. And even though it took me some time to feel comfortable with being in front of a crowd and everything, I fought those fears, I overcame it. And that's when I decided to do the same for other notaries that probably do want to enforce their income, and maybe loan signing is not their thing. Like, I was terrified of loan signing. I cannot picture myself at a table with a client going over documents, but I could picture, being in front of hundreds of people and just saying a nice little script and sign license and go about my day. And we can do up to 7 of this a day for, like, I'm gonna say a minimum of 300 a day. So do the math on how much you can do as a wedding officiant. Like, the income is amazing, and that's one of the things that obviously drafted me that way. And yeah, so I'm here obviously for any questions that you might have, and how can you get involved in the wedding officiant business and how it can benefit you.
All right. That's wonderful. It's very interesting. And a lot of us are probably looking for other ways to leverage our commission. There's so many other things that we can do as notaries. And it's like, once you become a notary, it's like opening up Pandora's box, because you find out so many other things and opportunities, and so many doors open for you. It's like a big thing with networking. Like, if you really start networking with other notaries, you'll find out about so many things, because that's a myth, like, where people think that notaries don't make money. Oh, you only make $2, but no, there's other things. Like, in my state, it's $2 per seal. So it's like, people think like you can't make any real good money in that, when they have other services like apostille services, wedding officiant, loan signing, of course, all these other things that you can actually add to your notary business. So there's so many other things, and I'm pretty sure, just even with what we're learning about, or we have questions about on the panel tonight, we have still other people that do other things that everyone may not be aware of or may not know about, that hopefully, we can come together all again as a group and discuss some of the other options that we have, and that other services that we can provide as notaries. Especially, this is something good for us, especially if you're a new notary and you're really just getting into the game and you're not new. I mean, you don't know about what other things you can do with your commission, or just other services you can provide as a notary. So thank you to the two ladies that spoke. Who's our next person? Is it Kelly?
Hey everyone.
Hey.
Hi, I'm KB Kells, the Jackie of all trades. I do it all, from doing deliveries to closing real estate deals. But today I want to talk to you guys about being a process server. I was actually a process server before I became a notary. My business mentor who introduced me to process serving, he was telling me to get my notary, but it was for his benefit because he needed me to notarize the affidavits. But then like a whole 2 years later, I was home. I just had my second baby. So I wasn't doing any process jobs because I was home with 2 kids, 2 under 2. And of course, I was looking at YouTube and I saw one video, and then the next video led to Mark Willis. And then you know how that goes. You just jump into being a loan signing agent. So I did all that. But process serving is definitely, lucrative. As long as you have a lot of companies signed up, as long as you're signed up with a lot of companies, they will provide you with tons and tons of work, because it's like a lot of debt collections and things like that. But this is so many things when it comes to process serving. You serve people. What a process server is, you deliver court documents, whether it be a subpoena, what do you call it? Eviction, everything. So basically, you deliver court documents, you go knock on the door, you ask for the defendant. Now, I do offer a process server workshop where you will learn the key terms, because you will go to the door, you will either do a personal serve or a sub-serve, or it might be a corporate, it might be business. It's different types of, things that you serve. So basically, you serve the defendant or the person, and then you can get paid anywhere between $20 up until $100, $200. It just really depends on the circumstances, because you might have to, go through some things. It's not like Pineapple Express, the movie. I don't know if you guys seen that. You don't have to like dress up in disguise and like, trick people. I mean, but you do have to do your research and like try to figure out when is the best time to catch this person, where their place of work may be. So yeah, I do offer a workshop where I can teach you tips and tricks to successfully complete a serve. And yeah, I got into process serve by default. Am I echoing?
No,
Everything
someone
okay?
probably, yes.
But yeah, I fell into process serving by default. I found it on Craigslist. I was doing drug studies full time. That was my main stream of income, was paid clinical trials. But then I got pregnant from the last study I did. So once I was pregnant, I couldn't do drug studies no more. You can't do when you're pregnant with breastfeeding. So I had to find something else. So I went on Craigslist and I found this, ad. They was looking for delivery people. And I'm like, oh, I got experience doing like Uber Eats and stuff like that. I got experience. And then I met my business mentor, Bruce Howard. He was a process server. He owned a company. He showed me how to do it. He taught me everything I know. And yeah, I just fell into process serving like I fell into Notary, because he wanted me to do affidavits for him. So yeah, it's quite interesting. It's quite it's not scary. A lot of people think it's scary, but it's not. I guess it really depends on where you live. I'm from Baltimore. I'm from like the hood, so I'm really not like scared of anything like that. But yeah, it can be lucrative. It can be dangerous, but not really. And it's fun, and you make your own schedule. And yeah, I really like it. And I'm here to teach you guys how to become a process server too.
All right. Yeah, see, I'm a little nervous with the process server, and I don't think I'm ready for that one. Now, somebody push me, it's not gonna go well. It's not gonna go well. I'm gonna forget that I'm at work. No, I'm just playing. I'm not. But yeah, you have to be, and I'm from Chicago, so like I'm a little tough, but I don't know how I can handle it.
That's so right.
I don't know. I might step out of character. Somebody go off on, I'm not prepared for that. But hey, to each his own. Like I said, you may be doing something now, and like you may start off as a notary in loan signing, and you may just be ready to graduate to something else. You're looking for additional income, so that's why we're here, like I said, to learn to leverage your commission, not just do notary, not just do loan signings, but learn other things that you can possibly do to increase your income. Because what, $276 like a day is what, 6 figures. So just think, if you're performing loan signings, if you're doing fingerprinting, if you're doing a wedding officiant, look at, you can definitely, what if you're kind of mixing them? So you can definitely gross, make a gross over $500 a day. And I'm pretty sure most of us have already topped that, if we're, if we are all, business minded and natural hustlers. It seems like that's what we kind of have in this industry. We have some people that are a little shy and nervous, like you said, at first, but once you start seeing that money come in and how much money you can make full time, and it's like, it's nothing, you feel like you have nothing to lose. You just get out there and go. That's like with me. Sometimes I feel like I've gone too far to quit. So what else is there? I just keep pushing and keep going. So I'm sure it's a lot of us that are on tonight's Zoom that probably feel the same exact way. So like I said, we'll be introducing our last two girls, ladies, and then we'll be open for any questions that you all may have. So I think Sherelle's next.
Can y'all hear me?
Well, not.
Don't talk just now. Okay.
Yes.
What?
No.
I'm looking good. I just gotta say that. It's beautiful ladies out here on this panel, on these pictures, all of this. I love it all. I was scrolling through being nosy, looking at people's pictures. Y'all looking good. But anyways, my name is Sherelle. You may also know me as LoveLee Notary. Before I became a notary, I was actually in healthcare for like most of my adult life. And I worked my way up from being an assistant, a nurse assistant, all the way up to being a respiratory therapist, because I just love taking care of patients. Then I moved over to the other side, was in administration, and that was different. So I was looking for something quick that I can make some money, didn't need any, qualifications. And I found the notary stuff online. I followed, like y'all did, a lot of people on YouTube, but I got into it. I got my notary license, my LSA. I noticed that there was not a lot of information on YouTube. So I was like, I got to do something to represent the new people, because I'm new and I don't really have a lot to reach out to on YouTube. So that's what made me start my YouTube channel. It grew in literally 3 months. I was monetizing. It grew so fast because this business grew fast. It was in the middle of COVID. So I just felt like there was a spot that needed to be filled and I could help fill it. And the rest is history. I'm like at 13,000 YouTubers now. It takes up a lot of my time, surprisingly. Thank you, Kelly girl. And but I love doing it because I like to answer people's questions if they need help. I like to be that resourceful, notary plug, like I say, and give people resources as much as I can give for free. But yeah, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. So I'm doing it all. I'm a momager as well. I just took Suli's wedding officiant class. So I'm excited to start that. I'm so excited, y'all. I love. So I'm excited about that too. But yeah, also I'm into affiliate marketing, which is something I'm still new with, but I feel like I just have so much more knowledge, and I can definitely give you guys knowledge what to do and how you can make even more extra money aside from doing your notary services and all of that. So I am excited to share. And Toy, who had a brain fart? Who over here? Okay, Lord, I'm reading the comments, y'all. I'm sorry. All right. I'm done. I will pass it on to the last queen on the panel tonight.
Another apple? Go ahead and get one.
Hey, you want some?
An apple too.
Somebody want an apple?
Okay, so we have Toya.
How did I get
And I'm
unmuted?
sure a lot of people are interested in what she does. She's mobile lab and DOT testing. So that's definitely something, like if you have one business, such as like what I do, fingerprinting, and then you're a notary, and then on top of that, you provide, maybe you can find a niche where you can do pre-employment facility in your state. And now you have a total business package. So that's what type of thing that I look for. And I try and piece things together in that type of way, like mobile lab, fingerprint. You're a one-stop shop. So at that point, it's like it just makes sense, certain things to group together and make even more money. So I will be introducing Toya. She's our last speaker, and then we'll open up for questions that you everyone has tonight.
Thank you, Shanika.
Toya.
Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Y'all can hear me, right? Okay. Good evening. Thank you, Shanika, for the introduction. Hey, everyone. Hi, ladies. You guys are all bosses in your own way. Hi. My accent is very heavy, okay? So if you hear it, if you don't really understand, just say, hey, I can't understand what you're saying. My name is Toya Wallace. I'm from the Virgin Islands, born and raised. I'm an island girl, but a city girl at heart, by way of New York City. So I am the owner of Jace Laboratories and Screening. It's a full service. I actually have a brick and mortar. So full service brick and mortar lab where we provide DOT services, which is Department of Transportation. So we're talking federal here, non-DOT. I also provide services like DNA testing. Of course, everybody do COVID testing, but to me, that is the little bit, the little small part of the entire thing. I also provide all types of services when it comes to pre-employment. So, they need a job, they got to come to you. They're on probation, they got to come to you. Divorce law, divorce court, the wife doesn't want the husband to get the kids, or he does drug, they got to come to you. So they got to come to you. It's needed, it's necessary. Some people just feel like, well, it's just drug testing, but it's not drug testing. Prior to me getting into drug testing, I'm like, Kelly, I'm a Jackie of all trades. Prior to me getting into drug testing, I started off as a notary. So I'm on my 3rd commission, going into my 4th commission. So I've been a notary for a while, okay? I'm 35, but I'm going into my 3rd commission. I first started, I went to school for paralegal studies because I was like, I don't know really what I wanted to do. I went to school for paralegal studies, and then my professor was like, Toya, become a notary because you smart. I'm like, yeah, I know. Thank you. So I became a notary. And when I was living in New York, I remember I assisted my husband with his status because he's Jamaican, and I assisted him with his green card paperwork. And the individual who actually did our paperwork, I thought she was a lawyer because everybody was talking about, you go to a lawyer. She was a paralegal. So that really pushed me to become a paralegal. So that way I started helping people in, immigration and stuff like that. And then even with my paralegal degree, I started doing contracts, whatever the case may be. As a notary, I wanted more. So of course, with the whole drug testing aspect came about when at one point I was a medical assistant and I used to work for SeaWorld. And people were like, SeaWorld, medical assistant? Yes, in the health services department, new employees had to get drug tests. You fall on the job, you had to get drug tests. Random, you had to get drug tests. So that was easy. So when this opportunity came about for me to open up my lab, I was like, piece of cake. So I'm an owner of a spa. I'm also an esthetician and a teacher by trade, high school. So I'm an owner of a spa. So when that opportunity came about and they said, Toya, you can add drug testing services to your lab, I was like, as a businesswoman, so I want to add nothing, let beauty be beauty, and then let this be this. So I started my drug testing center. 2.5 years ago, it took off. When I got trained, I was the only person. When I got trained, it was like about 15 of us. I was the only person who started their lab in 30 days. So when I promote and say I can start your lab in 30 days, I can start your lab in 30 days. And it happened. I was just on top of it. And of course, I had to pay for a lot of information. It wasn't just given to me. I had to pay for a lot of information. Some of the information was a little, so I had to do all my research, and I became a trainer easy. And the reason I was able to become a trainer easy because I had like 4 years of experience doing that. Normally you have to work in the field about 2 years with, to become a successful trainer, not just, oh, let me take a training course and I could do it. This comes with experience. Like I have trained about 68 individuals. Some of them are on here and they open up their lab. I have opened up lab in DC, 2 in Illinois. We have Detroit, we have Indianapolis, we have 2 in North Carolina. One just signed up last night. She's on here. Virginia, we have Delaware, Pennsylvania, we have Texas. I've done a lot in Georgia, the Virgin Islands, as well as Florida. So I train you to not just have a drug testing center, DOT center. I'm telling you multiple services. So I do fingerprinting, drug testing, you name it. And then if you're in the state of Florida, like Sully was saying, she's a wedding officiant. If you know anything about being a notary in Florida, automatically you are considered a wedding officiant. Florida, South Carolina, and Las Vegas. So one of the things I don't want to step on, I know this study was talking about wedding officiants, but one of the things I did when I did couple weddings, and we in Florida, I just call them destination weddings, especially for the immigrants. They can't afford $10,000 weddings. So guess what? You could get them a good package deal if you're in Florida for $2,000. You could marry them and do their paperwork and you make $2,000 for what, 3-4 hours. So with everybody's, Shanika. So it's like a whole lot. I'm like, I don't leave no money on the table. And if I don't want to do it, I'm telling you, listen, this is all you can do. You can even draft contracts. So at my center, at my lab, I do contracts for people. I'm not a lawyer, but you can do contracts. You just don't advise them. And when you do the contract, then up to them now, they can say, okay, let me go to a lawyer to revise it. You cut down a couple $1,000 from, because a lawyer will charge you a couple $1,000 to do a contract, revise and all of that. You could say like, listen, I'm gonna do your contract for $300. It take you a couple hours. Who makes $300 a day? When you think about the amount of labor, the amount of time and how much you're making, like draft up a contract, then they bring it to the attorney and they will pay way less. immigrants, like I said, for weddings, if you're in Florida, you need to, especially if you're by the beach. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. I see you have two people talking about they're in Jacksonville. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. We have Jacksonville Beach. Now, that ain't a beach to me because I'm from the islands, but you can call it destination weddings, go to the beach, set up the, set it up, get a couple of chairs. I had different packages. I had the $250 package, the $700 package, and the $1,500 package. The difference is more people, more witness, more guests. You have the beach. So you don't need the whole, so it's a whole lot of things that I do currently in my lab. Even as a drug testing center, I offer all those services. I also do trainings. I provide trainings in person, virtual. When I tell you you can start your business in 30 days, I mean what I say, but you have to follow the instructions, do what I tell you to do, but it can happen. A lot of people have reached out to me, even when I made the post with the flyer regarding drug testing. So if you guys are interested, I'm gonna just tell you right now, this ain't about marketing, but I'm just tell you, for the remainder month of April, I'm gonna get like 2 more days, it's $6.99 because my training is $2,500. So what you would get for $2,500 to launch a business in 30 days, you pay $6.99 for it. Is this, you ain't getting anything less because it's $6.99. It's just, we all want to win. And like I say, it's easy for me to train you because I know it, I live it, I do it. I'm in my office all now. Like, I'm here, like this is like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I'm grateful to Shanika for inviting me, for allowing me to, come on this platform with a lot of other boss ladies. And yeah, like each of us have something to share. Each of us shared something. We open for questions. We are available. Let's do this. Thank you.
Thank you, Toya. I know everybody was interested in that, and now you made them even more interested. Like, oh, okay, I'm in Florida. Yeah, Florida, y'all be getting it down there. I'm not gonna even lie, y'all be getting it in Florida. Like hustler, that's like if you that Florida, I've noticed they don't play. They are about their money down there. But like you have a lot of people from the islands and different countries, so I can definitely see why it's that way. In Florida, it's just natural. A lot of people are just natural born hustlers down there, and then you're from the islands. I was with someone that was Jamaican for years, so I know that hustle, and I know how it can be. It's like you it's like you're doing everything. And that's probably one of the reasons why I am still the way I am. I do the notary, the loan signing, fingerprinting, apostille, I do passport processing. Now with my fingerprint business, I'm selling the equipment now, and I've been doing this for 2 years. So even when I started, once I became a notary and I jumped into fingerprinting, and I jumped into it because I was waiting on these signing services to pick up and start calling me and reaching out to me. And I was just looking at other ways to make money. And that's how I stumbled across fingerprinting and learning about fingerprinting in my state and things like that. So that's how I actually began. And then I got calls. I was receiving calls from people asking if I provided apostille services. So that's how I got into that, from just being a notary and people in Missouri needing apostille services. So I worked for this one family and they were from India. So I did a lot of their business for the actual family. So whether it was fingerprinting, notary, apostille things that they needed, or providing apostille services. So I was able to help just this family. I like to be that family. I want them to keep coming to me. So I'm going to learn as much as I possibly can, because nowadays people don't want everybody to have their personal business or handle their business. So they try and get one person that they can actually just provide their information to. That way they feel a little more safe when they're being serviced, especially with these essential businesses, essential services that we really need, especially when we're on lockdown and you have people coming around you and you're still trying to be protected and protect your family. You don't want just anyone around you. So if you have someone that's been doing notary work for you for years, and this is your same person, you feel a little more safe. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor for any questions that you may have for either one of us. And it's 8:10 now. So you all, you can speak and ask the questions. You don't have to just type in the chat box. So
I have a question.
go ahead. Go
Um,
ahead.
This is for my lab queen. Okay, so when you say start a business in 30 days, what exactly is that breakdown looking like? Do we have to be certified on certain things? You did mention the medical field. So I'm trying to figure out 30 days, what exactly is going on those 30 days? Because I feel like I'm about to join this boot camp. Like I'm hyped right now.
You in Miami, right?
No, I'm closer to Tampa.
Oh, well, you in Florida. Okay. Well,
Mhm.
yeah, 30 days, you have to be trained. You have to become DOT certified. That's a 4-hour training. It's a 4-hour training, right? But my training takes longer because the 4-hour training, it's just reading books. It's basically just a bunch of lecture and nothing else. I really want, when I give you a certificate with my name, I don't want you to be like the other people in my inbox. I pay for this training and all I have is a certificate and I don't know what to do. So I am literally, everything that I offer in my lab, you get it. All my contracts, all my TPAs, all the lab partnerships. There are people who say, oh, I can just go on Google and reach out to LabCorp. That's a lie. It doesn't happen that way. You want the direct contact that's going to tell you, all right, cool. Not only that, I provide you with the proper email script, exactly what I use, telling them the who, what, when, where, how, why. When they respond to you, they're going to say, okay, send me your price list, send me your W-9. You're not getting a, well, can I have this? Can I have that? No, because everything you're sending them is in that one email. They have no choice but to tell you that. I have a couple people on here, they can literally tell you, like, if I tell you to do it, just do it. It's not about me trying to be a slave driver. I just know what they're going to ask for. So it doesn't make sense. The mistakes I made or what it is I needed to get done, you don't have to worry about that because it's going to happen. You have, like I say, you have to be DOT certified. So you have to be trained. I also do the demonstration for hands-on. So the real scenarios that you have to know is 5 scenarios. I train you on that. So I have a part 1, which is the Zoom. The Zoom is 2.5 hours. You could, if I have it pre-recorded already. So every training that I have, I record it. But we could do live on Zoom or in person. So you do that. The second one will be a hands-on demonstration where I'm showing you, this is that scenario. This is what you do. The third part, it's you now scheduling with me. Hey, I'm ready to do my hands-on. The fourth part is the actual exam. And it sounds like a lot, but it's really not a lot. I break it down that way because I have witnessed a lot of people who say, listen, I take this training and I don't know what to do. So when I built my business model, it was for you to know what to do. And if I tell you in 30 days, it's in 30 days. Now, I can't control Sundays. I can't control Florida State to bring back your LLC. I can't control when you get certain documentation by the states. I can't control that. But as far as the certification, the lab connects, as a matter of fact, what I do, I allow you to do the business side before the training. Because the training is easy. Like the training is the least of my worries when it comes to you. What I want you to get your LLC, I want you to get your business insurance. I want you to get those things. The training, I can literally stay up with you 12 o'clock at night and train you. That's nothing. The part that's going to take longer is you getting your business side. Go down to if you have a brick and mortar, you got to get your tax receipt. If you get a location, now they might have to come and zone, do all of that. So I work on that checklist first because the training it's easy. And then, for example, if you said, well, you email all these contractors, these individuals that you want to partner with, and they say, well, hey, can I get this? I need to see proof of your certification. Based off of the relationship that you and I have, like if you're one of the students or one of the trainees that listens when I say, listen, get this done, I will send you your certification, even if you have not trained, just so you could get this contract, so you could get your paperwork in order. You understand what I'm saying? You would be cheating yourself if you want to go collect some urine and you don't even know what to do. You understand what I'm saying? You get shut down, you get fined $10,000 minimum. So you wouldn't do that, you wouldn't jeopardize that, But when I say in 30 days, it's possible, but it all depends on how you are. And you seem like you ain't wasting no time, so it could happen. Thank you.
Let's get it.
All right.
A lot of questions about your wedding Officiant. So I saw that in the comments. A lot of people are wanting to know more details about your wedding stuff.
Should we do like a raise the hand or just read the comments off the comment board?
They can just unmute themselves. I think that'll be easier. So if you don't mind just unmuting yourself, and I'm here for any questions.
Hi, Sully. My name is Michelle, and I wanted to know when would be the next class you'll be offering for the wedding officiant?
I actually have a wedding officiant masterclass and on sale now for just about $50.
Oh,
So I'll put the link right over here. You could take a look at it and everything that I have to offer.
okay.
I have plenty of great reviews. Like I offer so much, from how to overcome your fears, you know, from public speaking, to over 20 templates, like just you can copy and paste ready to use, like email templates for your inquiries when someone reaches out to know more about your services. I also offer the scripts. So I'll have, like, you know, English, I'm bilingual. I also speak Spanish. So I also have Spanish speaking scripts, I'm sorry. I provide a contract also that you will have to provide, you know, you gotta cover yourself and cover, you know, back yourself up within your business. The services that I use, like Honeybook, that I use like for invoices and everything you'll see like in the masterclass, you'll see before you purchase, like everything that I offer. I think is a great deal because I offer, like, it's a masterclass. Like I threw it all in there. Everything I have learned throughout all these years, everything's there, and I'm constantly I'm constantly updating it with different scripts or anything new. So also for New York City, I have a form of us, like, for to get the actually help the clients obtain their marriage license. That is very hard to do here in New York, but I kind of got my way around with the city clerk, so we could hustle that in, and you could charge extra for that. So I do charge extra for that as well. So I have a lot of hookups with that. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm in South Carolina, so we can be a wedding officiant. So do I have to be ordained as well, or I can just go ahead and take your master class and just start ordering? I mean, just becoming a wedding officiant, I guess, to start doing weddings.
Okay, you know, like for the states that don't require registration, I always like to recommend and suggest to still become ordained, just so you can have that title. Like something you can do online and it's completely free. You could do that in a matter of like 2-3 minutes, maybe the most, and you're already you're already ordained, and you can just order your certificate. And I just like having the title because you have more credibility, and people will trust you more. And couples, you know, they like to know that you are a minister and not just a notary that marries someone. So I like to you know, to divide that and make it known that no, I'm not just a notary that marries, that I can marry you. I am a minister. So I like to give yourself that title. So when you charge something, whatever your amount is, you know that you're charging that, and that there's behind it, that you have a title for it.
Okay. And I have a question for, is it Seneca? I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Huh? I'm sorry. Yes, Sonica?
Yes.
Okay.
Shanika,
So,
Shanika, the notary, or are you?
I'm sorry. I truly apologize. So do you have a class that you can offer as far as fingerprinting? How do one get started in it?
Yes. So I do offer fingerprint training. I have one-on-one, and I do host monthly training group classes via Zoom. I am actually in Georgia, so I host in Zoom via Zoom, and I have a class probably going to be at the end of May. But yes, you are getting a certificate. I actually kind of also do the apostille services as well. So I do like a apostille demonstration showing you how to put those packages together, and then I offer the fingerprinting together with that. So you get two streams, two different services with what I provide, or you can do one or the other if you just already have fingerprinting with someone else and you just want to get the apostille coordinator information and learn how to do that process, then you can just do that. Or you can do group or one-on-one. I do private sessions. Right now, I used to do in person, but I haven't since for probably the last 6 months. I haven't done any in-person classes, and that may be coming up soon, maybe in I want to say July, but I'm in Atlanta. I haven't been traveling. I've been asked to come to Texas, but every time I decide to go, their COVID it spikes up. So I'm like, okay, no, I'm just gonna sit here and just do Zoom.
Don't do
So
text.
I found that to be a little more safer lately.
I think it's more convenient for everybody too.
I'm sorry.
I said, I think it's more convenient on Zoom for everybody.
It is, and then like I said, if usually my times are in the evening, between 7:30 and 9. Sometimes it can go over, but in my fingerprint class, I do go over how to add the service to your notary business, and also to how to become your own fingerprint business, not where you're just working for a company like Gemalto or Identigo, and you're making $12 per print that you scan for them. I actually go over the fundamentals of fingerprinting, where you're learning the minutia, and you're learning how to what to do with deformed fingerprints and things like that. I don't just teach you how to roll. It's not a rolling class. It's an actual fingerprint training course where you're learning about fingerprinting, why we have fingerprinting, what we do, how do we get the status, what is a channeler. You learn the different ridge patterns, find out what type of ridge pattern you have. So all of that is in my class, and I try, it's probably going to extend because I'm adding and doing some new things. So we will be offering refreshers courses for some of the people that may have already taken my course. So we're going to have a few people that will be allowed to do a refreshers course, but we have been like changing things up and switching things and adding things, and it's really fingerprinting is state specific. So it does go according to your state. Like Florida is totally different from California and the requirements. Then you have Georgia, and then you have Texas. Most states are print to card states, but majority of them, they do still allow you to be able to even do live scan, which is, I'm gonna show you guys this. This is their infamous fingerprint box, the live scan machine that a lot of people that learn about fingerprinting, this is like the I want to say like the thing that they want. Most of us start off with our manual kits, and then we progress into the live scan, and which is what I suggest. But you can start off with live scan depending upon if you're in a state like Florida, which would be good, but it's still a lot of business in manual fingerprinting as well. So I just wanted to get that out there.
And how would we be able to get in contact with you?
You can inbox me.
Okay.
It's on my handle where it says Fingerprinters Are Us on IG. And then I have a Notary Fingerprinters group on Facebook, and Notary Fingerprinters on TikTok also.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I have a question, Shananica, for Ms. Toya. I wanted to ask her a question more about the contracts of we writing notary as a notary, writing contracts.
Okay, so I let me make sure I get it clear out. So you're not an attorney, so of course you can say, hey, you can't advise them, but it's a document, just like this. Do you have a power of attorney? And listen, if I write this is a contract. I can take this to court.
Okay.
And this is a contract. So you have, of course, you want to learn the jargon. When it comes to me providing contracts for individuals, it's an interview. I basically have an intake form, what it is that you're looking for. What type of clauses do you want in the contract? Is there anything that you need me to leave out? Is this just a standard contract? And every contract somewhat is different because you need to know the nature of what it's supposed to be for. You might have some standard contracts that are like, okay, for like certain affidavits. Divorce is just, I'm saying this, you're saying that, but there's some specific contracts where the individual is saying, hey, I want to make sure you put that in there. He can't get those kids, or these kids can't do this, So I have you do intake, you create certain questions in your intake form. That way you basically get into interview your client and you know what it is that they need, and you draft up the contract. Now, people are using Rocket Lawyer. I use Rocket Lawyer for certain things the jargon, because with racket lawyers and all those legal shield, they're limited by state. So to be honest, I create my own contracts, but there are certain things that I may not know that's legal by the state. So if it's someone in California that need me to draft their contract, I got to know what California laws are. So I got to go look it up and make sure that, okay, make sure I have this clause, make sure I touch on every button so I don't leave anything out. Because leaving one thing out can cause that whole contract to be voided, or make that client lose what it is that they're trying to get. But you're not advising them. So one thing you would always tell them on your website, however you're marketing it, please be advised, disclaimer, we are not an attorney, we're not a lawyer, we're not practicing, we're not advising you. You make sure you put that disclaimer out there. But that's what it is. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, Ms. Toya, you have to be, I think you said you have to be certified or DOT certified.
Certified, yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Well,
Hi, I have a question. Hi, everyone. So I'm kind of new at all this and I'm hearing you ladies. And first of all, thank you so much for sharing all your gems with us, because I find it quite interesting. And I hear everybody talking. And I think I've done a little bit of everything. Like Ms. Toya, you were talking about, doing like the drug testing. I come from nonprofit. I worked 25 years doing case management and drug rehabilitation. And that's where I got my notary. So I've done weddings. I became ordained because my niece wanted to get married. And I wanted to perform the wedding. So I did get ordained. I did do drug testing. Like I said, I've done notary, and now I just got certified with the loan signing. My whole thing is that I have all this, but don't know how to start. Like, it's like my brain is all over the place. Like, okay, and hearing like She Boss, I thought she was, excuse my French, for the badass. I just thought that it was like, it's so inspiring. And what you said about making this business in 30 days, it's like amazing. Unfortunately, I wish I could take your course right now. I just don't have the funds for it. So I got to get some loan signings so that I can go back and come to you, and because it sounds like right now, I feel sometimes that it's not attainable, but then seeing you ladies, I know it is. And that's where I'm stuck right now. What do you suggest?
Okay, so I do thank you for your question. I do want to tell like anybody who's been in business. I've been in business for some time now, different businesses started. Not give up. I'm in the beauty, and I'm in the legal. I'm in all type of, that's
I
just
see that because I see the barber license behind
yeah,
you.
I do a lot. And I'm a teacher, like I said. So with the nonprofit, right? No, any business that you start, I don't care what nobody say, unless you sitting down on a bag of money, meaning like you grandfathered into this money. No business that you start is gonna shoot high rocket, like basically starting from the ground, unless there was a safety net with that.
Right.
With the notary, not with the notary, with the nonprofit, I have individuals who have reached out to me. So here's a way where you can make money. Nonprofit, so you can charge for that because it's free, right? But you can charge the companies, so not the individual. So you have a contract with a company. So for example, let's say Amazon was let's say you nonprofit, and I'm like you servicing like Big Brothers Big Sisters. You cannot charge Big Brothers Big Sisters employees, the people who are coming to you, but you can charge Big Brothers Big Sisters. You understand what I'm saying? So you can charge the actual company, but not the individual, because you're nonprofit. So you're servicing for free for the individual, but not the actual a company.
Right.
You can also,
and again, I'm not nonprofit. I used to work for nonprofit.
Okay.
That's what I did for 25 years was work. I was an employee, not an employer. And that's where, and again, I feel like I have so much knowledge, and hearing you and your story, it's like, oh my God, I never even thought of that.
I believe that anybody that has a lot of knowledge, you can make money.
I know.
Like, let me tell you, like, people pay to know. So there's no way you know a whole lot and people ain't paying you. Listen, you are a consultant. A consultant is someone who fixes problems. That's just what it is. There are people, a lot of people who call themselves a consultant and say they do small business, but register LLC. Like, listen, that to me, that's mediocre. Like anybody can do that. But a consultant is someone who fix problems. You come to me to fix a problem. That's what a consultant is. If you know a lot of information, what you know, you can market that and make money off of it. Like Sully, she does wedding officiant for $50. Don't raise it yet because I'm going to take it. I'm going to support you. I'm going to take it. But after I take it, then you can raise the price for $50. $50.
Right.
I mean, because one client pay you $300. So to me, $300 after I take your training, $300. You understand what I'm saying? For $50.
Right.
Like,
right.
because one client will pay you that amount of money. You understand what I'm saying? So if you figure out what you know, say, listen, I know this very well. I know the nonprofit sector, whatever the case is. There are people who start nonprofit. I have a nonprofit. It's consulting. But for some people, not for everybody. So I keep it. Right. Understand? So I have members on here who actually started with me from the nonprofit. They're in here as well. And that's what I was doing, helping them start their business in 30 days. Not drug testing, their business in 30 days.
Right.
They're realtors now, like for real. So whatever you know, think about it and say, like, you know what? I know about this, I know about that. Market it, just like Shanika marketed. We didn't know we was gonna get 100 people. And I think we only had 100 because that's our cap. But had it been open more, we probably would have had more. We didn't know everybody was gonna come on. But what we're doing is sharing knowledge. You know, if she had put a price on it, even if it was $10, people would have paid. You understand what I'm saying? So whatever you know, even if it's two things, say, all right, let me get 3 pointers and let me start charging people $50 for 3 things that you know. And then guess what? The more you learn, the more you see people want that information, it's going to force you to take trainings, or it's going to force you to learn more so you could add to it. And that's where you'll be able to raise your price. You understand what I'm saying? So whatever you know, I'm telling you this right now. So I'm hoping in 30 days, I'll be seeing you someplace saying, okay, I'm offering this training, even if it's $25 for people to join it. Because that's what you can, and as a consultant, you listen to the problems people have. You may not have experienced that problem, but if it's a problem that people are talking about, then you're like, okay, let me know about this. So I'm gonna teach them this.
Right.
Okay.
And it's funny because that's what I did in my, I worked helping homeless veterans. So the moment they came in and gave me their problem, critical thinking, I'm quick on my feet. Okay, then this is what we got to do. But I feel kind of stuck here, but I'm not going to take up everybody's time. So, but I appreciate you ladies.
Someone asked if Toya's, I think in the comments, if Toya's program, do you take payment plans?
So
or is it just, I think somebody asked it early on.
So with payment plans, I do payment plans on the 2,500, but not the 699. Now, I see a lot of people asking. So because I'm just that type of person who just always give, I can possibly say, okay, I can do a payment plan of 2 where you pay 50 down and then you pay, because the next class ain't gonna be until May 21st. The month of May, my Mother's Day special is $15.97. So as soon as May 1st comes, that $6.99 ain't gonna be there. So this is what I'm gonna do for the people that's on here. If you are serious about it, I will create a specific link for you. That way you can go pay the 50% down. That just always happens. You pay the 50% down now, but make sure the remainder balance is paid before 3 days before training, which is May 21st. I can do that. That's not a problem.
Thank you,
so you're not,
Notary.
because the Mother's Day special is $15.97. Like I'm like $15.97.
That's an awesome deal.
And it's the same thing they're getting. They're getting the same thing, and then after
you.
Mother's Day, January is good, so I can do that for you guys. That's not a problem.
Thank you, Cheryl.
The link coming soon. The link is coming. Y'all welcome.
You are amazing. Yes.
And I kind of want to go off of what Toya was just saying. So it's like, if you even if you're not a notary, but majority of us here are already notaries. So if it's a service that you may notarize, or you may have to notarize it first and then it follows a certain type of service, such as apostille, or such as permit running, she just said it, servers. Like just learn the actual extra step, the service that's being provided. That's how you leverage your commission. So it can go from $2 per seal to hundreds of dollars. So even with the apostille services, you may notarize the documents, and then you would provide the service for apostille, and by you going down to the Secretary of State or sending things off to the U.S. Department of State or however that may be, but that could be anywhere from $150 to $400. So I know some students of mine that are even doing apostilles, and they have some for $1,000 for one client. So it all depends. So you can actually literally leverage your notary commission. I think I see Rafano on here. He also has a great class where he trains you all on how to, I think he's the start to signing services, but he also has a great class. So it's a lot of trainers and teachers and other people out here that are on here. Too bad we couldn't get a lot of people on the panel tonight, but we will do a part two if we have some people that would like to join and discuss other topics that for different services they provide. Just reach out to me, and maybe we can probably all network and work together and have an event like this again. I'm very surprised that we have it's been 100 people in here all night. Like it's full. We full, y'all. They say in Atlanta, we full.
Outside.
So
we outside online.
And if you guys, we'll give you guys 30 more minutes to answer all of the questions that you may have, and then we'll end it for tonight, and we'll let you guys know when we'll be having another event like this. And reach out to one of us if you want to even join a panel to discuss something that you may be training or classes that you may be offering, and we can all kind of network and work together. Instead of looking at each other as competition, we can all grow and help one another. I love teaching people how to fish. I'm not one of those type of people where I'm selfish. I'm always giving out a lot of information, and for a long time I gave out a lot of my fingerprint information for free, and people were like, no, so that's why I started my group. I have a fingerprint group, Notary Fingerprinters, or Fingerprinters Are Us, on Facebook, and we probably have about maybe 1,500 members now. We had more, but the other account, and I've been doing this for a little over a year. We've had the group, so feel free to join the group as well, and we talk about, or if you have questions and you're already doing fingerprinting or providing it, we have this group where we kind of can try and come together and help one another answer certain questions and things like that. And like I said, I'll be posting more content on my YouTube and my TikTok channels where I would be discussing certain things with notary and fingerprinting. And I'm also in the process of having my class recorded for those that may not be able to catch my classes when I have them live. So you will be able to have the fingerprint class at your leisure, where you'll be able to purchase that. And I will also be offering a discount code for those. If you can, don't just say that I was on that Zoom and you really wasn't on the Zoom because you done told your friend to say that and you get a discount. But hopefully we will all be a little honest, and those that were, we'll be providing, look out for some of these discount codes for everyone that's joined the Zoom for any of the trainings that we ladies provide. Is there any more questions?
Let me say something. Sorry, Shanika. Guys, I just add a link for you all. So if you're interested, go and do it, because I don't want to leave it there for the people that's not on here. So if you're interested, it's the 50% link. It's there right now. So I can shut it down, please. Thank you.
Get that link. Get that link. Get that link.
Sure.
All right.
Good evening, ladies. How do we get in the information for Sully for the wedding officiant?
Yes, drop it, Sully. Drop it.
Yeah, I've been posting it, and I've been posting the coupon code as well. I'm posting it now.
Who said drop it?
Code is get it.
Oh, yeah.
Code is get it.
Drop it, okay? I'm going to support. I'm going to support. I may want to do a wedding when I go Miami. I will support, you know?
Well, I will
Definitely.
piggyback and
She's
say
not in
that
Miami, she's in
Yeah,
New York.
I'm in New York.
I know, but I'm saying I may want to do a
Oh,
wedding in
okay,
Miami
okay.
because I'm in Florida, like destination where immigrants. Biden finna let people come through. What you talking about? Like, let's do it.
I want to go to.
That's my
Actually, Toya, I want to come to St. Thomas.
Let's go
I want
next
to come
week.
to
I'm
St.
going on
Thomas.
Friday. Let's go. I'm going on Friday. Let's go. Come.
I just had a quick question. I just had a quick question. I won't take too much of your time. So I came in a little bit late because I was trying to get the Zoom passcode and all that stuff, whatever. But when I did come in, I was in that part with Sully. I don't know who went prior to that. If like the person like who came prior to that, I know I didn't hear anything from She Boss. So did
Boss,
she
that's
go?
okay.
Yeah, I came before her.
Okay.
Dime.
So
Okay.
I'm a notary, full-time notary
Enter
with loan
26,
signing agent.
enter.
So loan signing is what I am an expert at. I came on here with these wonderful ladies because my inbox was always filled with questions. If you follow me on social media, She Boss Mobile, I love showing my day-to-day routine, what is going on. If I come across a situation and I have to problem solve, I get on Instagram. I'm letting you guys know what happened, how I solved it. If I get orders, I'll let you guys know what I did, how I confirmed, right? How I circled back, how I won the client or won the business. I'm very transparent. Sometimes I talk too much. It's the Puerto Rican in me, but sorry, but I do run like an Instagram blog, and because I get so many questions in my DMs about just like general notary, scripts, what do I do, this and that. I did start a course. I'm going to add on to it, but I do have a Gumroad. I dropped the link in the chat. But I just love helping, and I love helping by being transparent and sharing my experience. So everything I go through is not made up. If I messed up and I forgot like a signature and I'm running back, like I'll get on video and you should see me sweating. I'm just like, I'm running back to get this signature before FedEx picks up. So every day of a life of a notary, that's me on YouTube and Instagram. So yeah, I'm a loan signing agent full time. This is what I do. So if
do you do any remote? Do you do any remote signings?
So I just got the platform Cyberize It. Amy is the owner of this platform, and I'll let you guys know because I have a big mouth. But the reason why is I asked multiple signing services that I work with. I'm a preferred notary with. I asked them what platform for Ron do you prefer your notaries to have? And I found out Cyberize It is definitely up and coming, and it was chosen more than once. So I signed up. I'm doing the training now. I also have fun with Notarize just to get familiar with the whole process. But yeah, that's a whole different story. I wasn't catching calls. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't catching calls on Notarize. I know people put like clickers and download stuff. I'm not that tech savvy. And when I did try to do that, I couldn't turn off the clicker and it was a hot mess. So anyway, so I'm trying Cyberize It. So that's the platform I'll be on. And I have to finish the training because I keep getting people inboxing me, asking me if I'm all set. But yeah, so that's it. That's my story.
Thank you, boss. Thank you so much. Because
You're
I'm
welcome.
like, who do I miss? Because I just couldn't wait to get in, and I'm like freaking out, and I'm like taking care of the kids. I'm over here eating my pizza, and I'm like, I gotta hurry up and get on. So thank you.
So follow me on She Boss Mobile on Instagram, and you get to see my hot mess self. Thank you.
I have another quick question.
Go ahead.
How and who does the permit running? Somebody does the permit running?
No one on here. That's Kelly. She's process server.
Okay, Kelly, is she on? Can she drop her information in the
Kels.
I think she said she had to leave earlier.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what's her name, Kelly?
Yes, Kelly B or Kels B Kels on Instagram. You should be able to find her there. But she does process server.
Okay, process server. Okay.
Hi, good evening, ladies. This is Carolyn. I have a question for Sherelle. I'm new to this. I'm still looking into getting into notary. I wanted to know if do you have like a course that where you can become a notary or give like tips on how to become a notary?
Yes. So I actually have an ebook if you would prefer to read the ebook on how to get started as a notary. Or I now have a new course. It's a little less than an hour long. I give it an hour just in case you have questions and all that. But that course is pretty much, I'm showing you how to get your LLC. I'm showing you like the supplies you need. I have all the links for all of that. You can just click and get it. I'm also teaching you how to market your business. I just visited, I think at the beginning of the week, like 5 banks one morning. I just got up, took my business cards, dropped them off. So I'll teach you about how to market, also becoming a notary, a signing agent, and even Ron as well, just a little bit of that too. So yeah, I have a course that basically just gets you started on the business side and making sure that you have all your ducks in order.
Okay, and how much is your course at this time?
You want me to tell the real price?
Well, go on, girl. Tell whatever you gonna tell tonight.
It's $100.
Okay. So can
There's
you
a link on my Instagram, and it's the first one I believe the first one you click is gonna be the notary course, and you can book on there. And I have notary journals too. If y'all need journals, y'all need some journals.
Okay.
Ooh,
So can you put your Instagram tag in the chat so I can follow you or give you so I can
I'll
set
put it
that
in
up?
there again. I put it in there earlier, and I'll put it in there again if you don't want to scroll.
And if you all see our names, like our handles for social media, like mine is at fingerprinters_RUS on IG. You can definitely inbox me there.
Yeah, I followed you already, girl. I got everybody.
Okay. Well, that's probably how you found us, right?
No, actually, I was on YouTube and I saw the flyer. Sherelle had it up because I follow her, and she was one of the ones that kind of stood out to me. I didn't see everybody which was on the flyer, but I've been like, following everybody or whatever. And I saw the flyer. I guess it was God sent. And pretty much learning about other things that I can get to once I get my notary. And then I also was looking into fingerprinting, but I wanted to take the course, but they really say it's not a course. So I'll be coming to you. So I'll just be going in steps at this point.
Okay. No problem. Well, we definitely are here to help you out and get you started and put you in the right direction of where you need to be. And like I said, I hope it's a lot of new notaries or people that are thinking about becoming notaries on this Zoom tonight, because they'll get a chance to learn about all the other different things that you can do. We have people on here that are starting signing services that shows you how to leverage your thumbtack and LinkedIn and just a lot of different ways. It's that myth about notaries don't make money. We do. Like I even do passport processing. I do that along, and that's part of my live scan business. I sell the live scan machine, and I do passport processing. In Georgia, we can do concealed to carry licensing. I do that as well. So I'm able to actually help you with any of that. We provide fingerprints for immigration, daycare centers. If you are starting a daycare center or know someone that may need someone to do fingerprints for them, I provide, even in my training, all of the people, the different targets, like your clients that you can go after to gain business leads. You will be surprised how many different careers there are that require fingerprinting, especially with a lot of this pre-employment. Like even with Toya took my fingerprint training class, and of course she has now added fingerprinting with her mobile lab, so it only makes sense. So now she can do fingerprinting, pre-employment, drug testing. You know, she's a one-stop shop. So she's been able to learn all of these different essential services and group them all together just to, you know, keep her, just to increase her income. Like seriously, like it's a way, like just stay consistent in what it is that you are interested in or that you're wanting to do. Just stay consistency. My thing is, I get up whether I don't have any clients or not, I still get up and I do something towards my business every day. I've got to the point to where it's hard for me to just be unproductive. I don't even know how to be unproductive anymore. I don't know how to just lay around and not do something or try and read a book. If not, I'm answering calls, mentoring. I do mentoring. I'm answering questions. I'm sending out information. I'm studying. I'm doing something. I don't even know how to just be still anymore. And I've been that way since 2019 when I became a notary. And I'm actually glad that I stepped out on faith after working in healthcare for 22 years. I worked in the business side, billing and coding, and I just got tired of the cubicle. I just needed something to get me out. I had to just, I would see every day at 3:33 for like months. 3:33, I would see it, and I just be like, I got to do something. I'm tired. I was clocking out. It seemed like that's the time that I clocked out every day for work at 3:33. Every time I looked at the clock, it was 3:33, and it was like, I got to do something. I'm just tired of this, and I just finally left. And I worked in healthcare in the billing department, but my last position was working with affidavits and learning how to become actually a notary through my business, through my job, and signing affidavits and things. So that's how I got started. And also my mom, she was doing the election, so she would force me to become a notary. So it was like, I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna do that. One day I got off the phone with her after her fussing at me about becoming a notary, and I just went on and filled out the application for e-notary and just to be a regular notary, and it grew from there. And it's been since 2019, and I'm still here today, and I don't plan on stopping. I just keep planning on adding more services.
I have a quick question for the young lady that was talking about the wedding part. Do you have to be a notary to take your masterclass?
No, you do not need to be a notary to be a wedding officiant. Those are totally two different fields. So if you're not a notary, you can definitely hop on and marry your first couple and get involved. You do not have to be a notary. There's no training. There is no anything to be a wedding officiant. Okay, just your heart and love.
And your link is in the chat. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
Your link, the link that you say you put, it's in the chat?
Yes, I'm going to post it again. I just posted it, and the code is GET IT.
Okay.
Drop it and get it. Drop it and get it.
Get it.
And a lot of our services, you don't have to be a notary. It's just that it seems like once you become a notary and you just find out about other things that you can actually do, but you're not required to be a notary for a lot of the services the extra services. It's just, it makes more sense that if you're going to need something to be notarized, you may as well be a notary, and then still provide certain services depending on, what it is that you want to do. But you can do it. To me, as a notary, you can do a lot. It's some things that we can't do, but it's a lot of things that we can do or we should be doing as notaries to leverage our commission.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
I had a follow-up.
And we have got 5 more minutes for questions. 5 more minutes if anybody has any more questions.
I'm Kamara. I just had a follow-up question as far as process server and permit runner. Are those the same thing, or is that two different things. Process server.
Okay, so I think Kel's is gone, but they are two different things. So a permit runner is someone that runs and they go down to the magistrate court and they get permits. Like if you need a permit for a construction site, or say for instance, if you're getting some work done on your home, and so someone could do permit running for you. You could do it for like people who's doing construction or something like that on their home, or it's dealing with construction. You're needing a permit to like take down walls and build rooms and things like that. That's something totally different from process server. Process server is someone that is serving subpoenas and like child support papers or court documents, basically. So those are two different things.
Excellent, because thank you. I got cleared. Thanks.
Okay, we have about 2 more minutes. Anybody else have any questions?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is for She Boss. So I work full time, but I am interested in becoming a loan signing agent. How does the training work?
So I just want to let you know that almost all notaries I know, or loan signing agents, they do this part-time. So there is money to be made. When training comes about, training is your own pace. Are you a commissioned notary already?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So when you talk about training, are you talking about like if my personal training?
No, you said when you first started, you had to take the course on the NNA website.
Oh yeah, so it's your own pace. So I did that after work. It was a couple of hours. I think I did it over the weekend, to be honest. And so the NNA definitely helped me. I also binged on YouTube, took lots of notes, and I was one of those annoying new notaries, like in everyone's inbox asking questions. Just following, I follow Vanessa Terry from Notary to Notary. I also did the Mark Wills course, but again, any course is not going to give you all the answers. It's not. You have to put in the work. You have to research, and sometimes you just have to experience stuff for yourself to learn as well. So I definitely learned as I went, because the courses I took, it didn't give me the whole package, or the documents that was shown to me were documents in that person's state, not in my state. So it was slightly different. So lots of research, and yeah, get with me and I can definitely help you and point you to the right direction.
Okay.
But the course is your own time. Lots of my signings are like after 5 o'clock. So that's so in the daytime, that's what I did. I just binged on YouTube. I took notes. I looked at mock signings, scripts. So like my course that I have, it has a mock signing, and I show the actual document, and I'll tell you how to describe the document to the client, where to sign, what to point to, how to notarize the document, things like that. And I also have like over 80 scripts on just different documents. I give you like tips and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's why it is your own pace.
Okay.
You drop your link, She Boss?
I did. I dropped my Gumroad link a couple of times.
Drop it again.
That's Stanford. That sounds like Stanford. Listen here.
Yeah.
Drop it again. I do want to say, for all of those that are interested in the wedding officiant, a quick little tip. The NNA, they also offer the immigration form specialist training. So that kind of goes hand in hand. So a lot of the immigration cases that I get are mainly from couples that I already married and they need immigration proceedings. So if you're interested in the wedding officiant, also take the NNA immigration form specialist training so you can have a better knowledge, because I'm telling you, it goes hands in hand.
Dropping gems.
Yes.
All right. Well, that is it for us this evening. I appreciate everyone that has joined us tonight. I hope that you all were able to get a lot of good information from me and the lovely ladies that are here with us tonight. And like I said, if it's anyone else that wants to do the part 2 of this, which we're going to have to do a part 2, reach out and let us know. I know it was a couple of
Definitely
people
need Rafaniel in on a part 2.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wish if he would have let me know or let someone know prior to, he would be up here. He would have been the only man, so the ladies' man. So
we had to let the ladies shine first, though. Like, let us shine.
Yeah,
you know.
Ladies first, you know.
He can get the seconds.
She
really
boss, I
appreciate
don't see your link.
everyone.
She boss, I'm going all the way up. I don't see your link. Drop it again, please.
Okay.
I like to support people, you know, like,
I
listen,
appreciate you.
whether or not I may not do it, but I go support because it may have somebody who walk in and be like, oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I could do this. Give me this $50. Give me this $100. I believe
In
in
the
that.
notary world, it is like the most supportive place to be. I've learned everybody is willing to help and drop gems. And oh, is that what you do? Well, let me try that. Let me tell you what I do. I love the notary world. It's like, it's amazing. It's like a big hug. It's a big hug out here.
It's like we all cousins. It's like cousins.
And let me say something. If you're in the state of Florida and you're a notary, you know how much you could charge? They say like New York, you could charge $2. You know, in Florida, you could charge $15 per signature.
I just want because I'm like 4 hours away from Florida. I will get me a piece of property.
Yes.
You have to have property in Florida in order to be a notary.
$15. That's the highest you can charge.
And we don't have any mileage rules, traveling rules.
I'll be in Florida every weekend.
Sometimes I go to I'm in Jacksonville and sometimes I drive to Daytona. It takes me like 45 minutes to an hour, but I could charge you $150 plus. And I ain't coming down there for no 2 signings. We're talking about you better have 10 signings. Okay.
If you're in Tallahassee, Florida, you could do good on them apostille.
Right. So if you're in Florida and you're a notary, you need to just do it. It's 4 years. Like, I mean, do it.
Just get the commission.
In Nevada, we used to be $5, and now it just went up to $15 per signature now.
I'm over Georgia notaries. I'm over it.
Someone just said they got ordained while on this Zoom. Trina?
Yep.
I mean, that's playing.
We're not playing. Let's go. Wedding season.
Yes, we're gonna be ready for wedding season.
That quick in the Zoom, real quick. Change your
That's
lives.
how quick it is. That's how quick it is, and totally free.
Drop the link, please.
What's the link for the ordained?
I better take that
Everybody
class.
Everybody better take that $50 class because it's going up after this. You better
I'm
know.
telling you better sign up. Listen,
because
I already purchased it.
I'm stepping out on faith.
Yes.
Raise it up.
Official price is $197, so you need to take advantage of that tonight.
Yes.
Can you guys drop the link? Can you guys drop the link for the ordained minister?
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me get that up.
It's super thorough. You don't have to even think, y'all. Like when you get done with this class, you can get ordained online, amen, and you are ready to go. Everything is prepared. You don't even have to set prices, y'all. He has it all, everything you need. I'm not even kidding.
I love that.
It is super thorough. I'm still grateful. Thank you, Sully.
Sherelle, you didn't tell us how we can get paid doing YouTube because I'm trying to grow my following and I need some tips.
You gotta look at the analytics. You looking at your analytics?
No, I don't know that.
What's the analytics?
You see?
This part 2.
YouTube will tell you all the way down to if it's a female or a male who's watching your channels, and what time they're watching the most. The analytics, what it's all about. If you're not looking at that, then
analytics.
Come on, she boss. Come on, she boss. You gotta look at the analytics,
I'm gonna slide into your DMs after this.
All right.
Can I say something?
I'm always
I beat everybody past the night.
You see how wait a minute, okay, I don't understand how to do that.
Can I say
Okay, so it
something?
looks like everybody's dropping
Come
off.
on.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us. You guys have a great evening.
Wait.
Somebody asked a question, but it'd be too much for me to type, so I could just say, say it verbally. They asked how much can we make doing DOT and non-DOT specimen collector with DNA. Now, it all depends. Nothing, you can't become a millionaire. But let me use an example. If a divorce lawyer called me and said, Toya, I need a test. I need you to run me a 18 panel for my client, for this guy. 18 panel, I would charge him $475. The lab is only going to charge me $450. And it takes me 5 minutes just to cut their hair and send it off. I don't pay for shipping. I don't pay for supplies. They might say I need a 5 panel or a 10 panel haircut. I charge them $265. The lab only charge me $42. That's for hair. DNA.
Give me them clippers right now.
DNA, if I'm doing a mother, father, and child, the lab charge me $149. I'm charging you $375. And I ain't swabbing your mouth. You swabbing your own mouth. I ain't paying for supplies, and I'm shipping it off, and I ain't got to pay for shipping. DOT collection, if you're partnered with a company, collection takes you 3 to 5 minutes. You might get paid between $20 to $25 per collection, but think about how many collections you can do in 1 hour if you stay busy. If you are doing a probation client, they're not with an employer, so he wants his results in 15 minutes. I'm going to charge him $65 for a 5 panel where I only pay $2 or $3 for that cup. If he want a 5 panel with alcohol, ETG, and fentanyl, I'm charging him $95 for that cup, and I only pay $2 or $3 for that cup. So it just all depends. I always tell my students, know the services you offer. That's how you go make money. I'm an esthetician. My spa, this is my drug testing center where I'm at. My spa is literally 10 steps behind of my my drug testing center. In DNA, I make money off of DNA in my spa because, you know, with your DNA, you could tell why a person has bad skin instead of going to the doctor. So my DNA kit, they charge me for skin health, they charge me $72. I charge them $200. You swabbing your own self and you signing the paper. I don't got to pay for nothing, no supplies. So if you know the services that you offer, you are able to. I have a job fair next week Tuesday. This big old company. The collection, I only get paid $20 per collection, but my travel, my mobile, I charge them per hour $100 for me because I've gained that credibility. $100 per hour from door to door. That means it's from 9 to 4. If I'm leaving my office at 8 o'clock, you're paying me for 8 o'clock. It's 9 to 4, but if I get stuck in traffic, being realistic, and I don't reach back to my office till 6, you're paying me $100 from 8 to 6, plus my collection, $20 per collection, plus my on-site fee, which is like say $65. So you pay me $100 an hour, plus my on-site fee for $65, plus my collection. If I have any additional lab techs, I could charge you for that. So I might say, I'm gonna charge you $45 per additional lab tech per hour, and then my mileage. Be realistic. So something that will, if they was to come here, I just get $20 per collection, just say $20 and it's 10 of them. That's what, 20 times 10, that's 200. That $200 because I'm going on site, that $200 turns into $2,500 one day. I ain't gonna work for the rest of the week if I don't feel like it. So I'm saying, because I know what I offer. I've been doing this for so long, like they can't get me. Like I know what I offer. So you have to know what you offer and how you offer. And then sometimes they want me to do notary signings. Can you acknowledge this document? Can you stamp this document? You get in charge for that too. You know, so just know what services you offer, know the prices, what the lab is charging you. I have 3-4 labs that I'm partnered with, the 1 or 3-4 big labs. I'm going to go with the lab that charged me less. I'm contracted with all of them. But if this company charged me $42 to test 5 panel hair and this other one charged me $58, y'all doing the same thing. Why am I going to pay you $58 when somebody charged me $42? You understand? So I just wanted to say that because it would have been too much for me to type.
I love it. I think everyone has a to-do list tonight.
Yeah. And if you already have that, like this, the lab testing is definitely good, especially if you already in like have a CNA or some type of nursing background. Like that would definitely be great. And then logistics, like if you can you like if they have a logistics company, can they provide this DOT and stuff for their own business?
So no, if you have a trucking company, you can do it. You as the individual that own the business can do it, but you have somebody who's working in the lab.
You have somebody that's
working, can do it. And this, you can be mobile, so you don't have to be brick and mortar. You definitely can be mobile. So don't think that you just limited to, you know, brick and mortar. So yes, somebody did ask about that. So no, you don't have to worry about that. I actually just got on with a doctor. So guess what I'm doing? Women's health. So a lot of, I don't know if you guys had a lot of people talk about clear wave. People come to me, oh, I got a clear wave lab. And what I mean, that mean nothing. You could just do COVID and give them the result. That's it. That's all you could do. You don't know what you can do. So I actually do UTI services, like allergy testing. Nobody right now in Florida, where I'm at, nobody's offering allergy testing as a lab. I got partnered with one of the biggest labs and they only partner with me. Let me, you take my training, you're gonna get connected. That's all I tell people. Listen, take my training, you're gonna get connected. I can guarantee you that ain't no fake. I don't play. When it comes to my name, I don't play. But my doctor, he's in Texas, but he's licensed in Florida. So he offered telehealth services where he speaks to the patient via video and he say, okay, Toya, I'm ordering a UTI. I get paid for collection, but ain't take me nothing. She's gonna pee in the cup. She's gonna swab herself. All I'm doing is saying thank you, drop it in the bag and going. So when you think about, I'm not doing nothing, 10 minutes of service for $20, that's $20 per 10 minutes. In 60 minutes, what can you make? And you're not doing anything. So it's just, you know, just knowing what you offer. All right.
One last question for Toya, because I do want to get the training, but I noticed you said the hours on Wednesday evenings, I have prior appointments already. Do you have recorded or anything? How does the training work as far as?
So for example, everyone, I used to do training like every week, but that's overwhelming. Let me tell you, it's overwhelming. So I start doing once a month. So everyone that sign up tonight, the next training ain't until May 20th, but I have my pre-recordings for April. So guess what? You ain't gotta wait. You ain't waiting for me, okay? I give you that information. I give you those recordings. I give you the 2 recordings that we recorded for the month of April. You get it. So by the time you're ready to train, the information, the lingo, the jargon doesn't sound like gibberish to you. You already know what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? But what you're doing is getting me in person and I'm like getting on you with it. But I give you the recording. So that way you don't have to wait until May 21st. So everyone who signed up tonight, I'm going to be calling you to congratulate you because I do that. You don't get to speak to the Walmart CEO, but you get to speak to me. Okay. I call everyone who signed up. I give you a personal call from my personal cell phone, one of my personal cell phone numbers. And I call you and I talk to you. You're going to, if you're on Facebook, I need you to follow me now because I do a whole welcome and a whole this and a whole that, a whole pale in the group. Okay. So if you're on Facebook and you're training, go ahead and follow me now. It's Toya Pink, TOIAPYNK on Facebook because I'm going to need that information.
Okay. And I mean, for that in-person one, the once a month on the Wednesday?
But in person as in like we on Zoom. But last week we went to Charlotte. I did a training in Charlotte last week. I'm like that. So next in June, we're going to Atlanta. We're doing a whole weekend. So that's why I was telling you, Shanika. So in Charlotte, what we did was business brunch vibes where we had training on Saturday, we did brunch on Sunday, we went out the Friday night. So in June, I'm going to share the information. That weekend is going to be called Coats and Pistols, like lab coats and pistols. So we're going to do like a gun range event. We might be having training, and then Sunday we're going to do a rooftop brunch. So if you're in Georgia or wherever, yeah, because we have people who drove in, flew in, or whatever the case is. So I do in-person trainings like that, but you're not limited. You get that information, you get the recording. Don't worry. Don't worry, trust me. Yeah, I'm good with you. I take it from you. Good with me.
Thank you.
All right. See, this is great stuff. You're learning a lot about what you can do. So don't feel like you're just stuck in a 9-to-5. You start working your way to part-time and getting a little bit more freedom. But if you got a great job and you love it and you just looking for something on the side, these are also services that you can do on the side. So, to each his own. Me, I've been full-time in this since I started. I just dove in. So You know, everybody may not be that fortunate to be able to do that because you have small children. My kids are grown. My baby's 22. So I don't have any small children, but they help me now. They help actually with my business. I've actually hired my kids, and those are the first people that you even want to hire for your help is your kids. So, but if you don't have any more questions, we'll go ahead and close the Zoom for this evening. And like I said, look out because we will have a part 2. And those that are interested in joining the panel, please reach out to me and let me know. And hopefully we'll hear from those that are interested in any of our services. We'll hear from you guys soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You all have a great night.
Thank you for everyone for joining us tonight.
Everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, ladies. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Somebody left some music. The baby got the theme music.
I'm so grateful for you, ladies. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
This was fire.
Thank you.
Fire.
Great information. Thank you.
Awesome.
You're welcome. Thank you.